everybody. My name is Benny, and welcome to The Fool's Apprentice. Today is another tarot chat. I have another guest that I ran across her channel while going through YouTube and really liked the video that I saw. Really found her engaging, and so I invited her on to do a tarot chat. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good.
I'm doing good. So, Cristina, why don't you introduce yourself? Any social media you may have, anything that you think is important for our viewers to watch
Sure.
or learn. Sorry.
Um, my name is Cristina del Valle Saez. I am an artist. My social media is YouTube is Cristina de Arte. You can see it in my little thumbnail name there. Instagram is also Cristina de Arte, and Facebook is Cristina de Art.
Oh,
So yeah, I kind of need to change it so that everything is uniform.
same.
I still haven't figured how to do that. I am an artist from Puerto Rico, and I am based in the U.S.
Okay.
And I created a tarot deck, which we'll talk about later. And yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
it's great. It's good information.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure your ethnicity will have a part in your tarot deck, so we'll talk about that when we approach that topic. So I'm curious. I usually ask people how they came up with their name for their tarot channel, but you used your name. Is there any particular reason you didn't come up with a name for your channel other than your own name?
I couldn't come up with one.
You couldn't come up with one.
I didn't know what to choose. I like Luna moths, but I like art. I don't know. I just chose Cristina de Art. At first my channel was called Del Valle Designs,
Mm-hmm.
but that's kind of a mouthful in English. So I chose to go with Cristina D, which is Cristina del Valle,
Uh-huh.
and arte, which means art in
Yeah,
Spanish.
yeah. Okay, I think that makes a lot of sense. Um, so I was going through your videos. I wish I could remember. How long have you been on YouTube?
About 3 years.
Okay, and you have 50 videos.
Yes.
Do you remember, or do you know which is your most popular video with the most
No,
views?
I think it's one of the tags.
It's actually your tarot collection 2023.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you have 2,500 plus views.
Geez.
I know. So that's pretty good. And then the one I see that you have 100 subscribers, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on because I bring on deck creators, people who have their own channels. Everybody's gonna have to excuse me. I have a cough, even though I have a cough drop. And so I like to also bring people on who, all of us would like to get to 1,000. That's the big number. And I remember how exciting that was. So I like to bring people in or highlight people who have less than 1,000 to come onto the channel, just to highlight who they are, what they bring to the tarot community, and hopefully get new subscribers. So hopefully everybody will subscribe. So how long ago were you introduced to tarot?
I was introduced to tarot. I usually say in 2013 because that's when I got my first tarot deck, but I think it was in the summer or autumn of 2012 that I was
Oh, wow.
introduced to tarot. Because a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, got her first tarot deck when she went to Salem. She's a witch, and she went to Salem, and as witches do,
Yeah.
uh, and she got her first tarot deck, and she was like, "Do you want me to give you a reading?" And I'm like, "Okay." I grew up evangelical,
Okay.
so there was a lot of stigma with
Yes.
tarot. Anything occult, anything magic was, just woo, made believe. Um, but she like brought it to a tangible element right in front of me.
Okay.
So she gave me my first reading, and after that, I was curious, and I kind of got obsessed. And
As we do when we first find tarot, because me too.
yes, so it was it was a long time before I got my first tarot deck. But in the meantime, I just watched a lot of YouTube. I was like Daily Tarot Girl and Kellyanne Maddox and Owl Moon 513, Racine. Those were like my three major like learning tarot people, and that's how I learned to read tarot in the first like year before I got my tarot deck.
Okay. That's interesting that you're the first person that started learning without first getting their deck. And do you recall the first deck that you had?
Yes, I have it right here.
Which one is?
It, it is ta ta da da, the Shadowscape Tarot.
Oh, the Shadowscapes. Yeah.
I got it, and I trimmed it down to the border.
Hmm.
This is the English version, the Llewellyn version. I got the version with the book by Barbara Moore.
Hmm.
So with along with that book, I learned the tarot, the Shadowscapes tarot, and it was a very good deck to start with, I believe,
Really?
because it was very accessible. It was not very esoteric in
Yeah, I
their
was thinking that word. Yeah.
in the imagery. Um, and it has a lot of meaning in the images, even though the images are tiny.
Yes.
I I was able to glean messages from the images. So yeah,
What was like the big challenges for you in learning the tarot?
dealing with the guilt.
Oh, okay, because of your evangelical background.
Yes, by
I,
that time I was still living with my parents
mm-hmm.
in Puerto Rico. So I was hiding it at any time that I could. I took the deck with me anywhere I could in my purse and the book as well, just for fear of my mother finding it in my room. Because, you know, Christians are not very accepting of the tarot. At least many that I've grew up with. Um, Now I know better, but it was dealing with the guilt that I like this forbidden thing, and then finding finding reasons to read, because you can only give yourself readings, so you can only give yourself so much or so many readings before it can all start to blend in.
Yeah. And
um,
how did you work through your guilt? Or does it still linger from time to time?
it doesn't linger. I've gotten over it. I um I had to leave home. So that's when, in the process of leaving home, that's when I come to the US to study a master's degree. So when I came to the US and got that physical distance from my parents, that's when I was able to
Hmm.
like breathe,
Yeah.
expand, and like be released from their control, from their watchful eye. Um, so that's that, and a lot of like shadow work. At the time, shadow work was still new. The concept of shadow work, um, and just figuring out that I am my own person. I am not my parents, and I can have my own interests.
Yeah, that's a big deal because that's really kind of true independence. Because in high school, that's when people are, or adolescents, where people start trying to find their own independence. And that's where rebellion comes in. And then getting to a place where you become, you're your own person. This is what I believe. That's what you believe. And so, okay. Were there any cards that particularly were difficult to master?
Yes, there are still a few that I'm like hesitant with the meaning.
Hmm.
In the major arcana, there's judgment and
Okay.
the world.
Okay.
In the minor arcana, there's the five and the seven of swords.
Okay. And
I,
so
I still struggle with those meaning and the court cards, but that's a
I think a lot of people struggle with that. Yeah. God, you said judgment, correct?
mhm,
Yeah. So for me, like judgment and justice, the way that's how I remember justice is based on external behavior,
mm,
and judgment really for me is about internal intention and what you do with it. You know, like people, I'm big on karma. So it's really about the intention. I may be doing something nice for someone and supporting them, but my intention is for me to get something out of it. So therefore, the intention really isn't pure. But I have a one card tarot study, and so judgment in the Wheel of Fortune. I have people come on and we discuss the meaning of it. So I
mm.
think that might give you some clarity on justice in the wheel. How long do you think it took you for you to start feeling comfortable using the tarot decks?
Got cut off. The card.
It's okay. So when it comes to the tarot, how long did it take you from starting to learn to where you became comfortable using them?
I'm gonna say about a year,
Okay.
maybe,
Yeah.
because I had to do it at night. I had to do it hidden away from my parents.
Yeah.
Um, so when I was with friends that knew about it, about my interest, and about me carrying my cards everywhere, I would do readings for them. Um,
Okay.
but it was always like I am still a beginner. I am not sure. I am just going to say what each card means and what each card gives me, like, regarding your situation. And everybody was, okay, that's fine. But I didn't really feel confident until after like a couple of years, actually.
Okay. What was it like for you when you first started reading for people?
It was scary.
Was it scary? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was scary about it for you?
Getting it wrong,
Ah, yeah.
getting something wrong, and getting like saying something that would offend somebody or that would be crossing a line.
Yeah. So I would get anxious. I'm not anxious anymore. I tell people, this is just a general reading. Take what works for you and leave the rest.
Hmm.
Uh, but the reading will be based on your question, the energy that we have between us, and
Hmm.
my intuition that comes from, the cards in you. And then I do my reading, and sometimes they feel that they're like, "Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. I'm going through that in my life." Or some like, "That doesn't sound like me." I said, "Okay." Or just keep it in the back of your head and see what happens, and it may not resonate for you. And so I set it up so they know. it could benefit them, and it may just not be for them. And that kind of frees me up just to focus on the reading.
Yeah, I think I need the disclaimer part before I give any readings. That was before. Now I'm just like, let's throw. Bye bye.
Do you have a favorite card?
I love the High
Yeah.
Priestess
Do
and
you?
the
Why?
Moon. And the Moon. I like that. Those are in the major arcana. In the minor arcana, I really like the Two of Swords.
So tell me why you like both of those cards.
So the High Priestess is like my. Do you know how to do the numerology where you take your birthday and you like go down to the
Yes,
newest
yes.
number?
Yeah.
That's the High Priestess for me.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's meant to be. Also that knowing without knowing, the intuition aspect, the
Mm,
magical aspect, um, uh, also with the moon, the relationship the high priestess has with the moon as well. Um, the mysticism, the secrets, the secret keeping. It's just very mysterious and alluring. I would say,
alluring. That's a good word. And what
yeah.
about the Two of Swords?
The Two of Swords. I am very indecisive, so
Mm,
I feel in that stagnation a lot of times when I'm trying to make a decision. I It's like a shadow card. Like
okay.
I'm 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 facing myself with the two swords, just waiting for me to just get up and get going. And it's just, yeah, I see myself in the card.
Okay. And when it comes to how many decks do you have
I don't really
approximately?
know.
Okay.
Approximately
Yeah.
maybe 80.
Okay. I'm about there with Tarot and Oracle. I mean, there are people who have 300, 400, 500 decks. So,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I'm going to pare down soon because I have decks I just don't use.
Hmm.
Um, when it comes to your tarot channel, what kind of inspired you to start it?
So at first, that was, do you know Arwen Lynch?
Mm-mm.
She's a witch in YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a lot of like what you're doing, but the witchy side. The interviews, talking about magical practice.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to meet her. I want to do that. I I only need to have 10 videos. I can do that. That was her requirement. You need to have a YouTube channel and you need to have 10 videos to be eligible to get into an interview. And I'm like, I can do that. I just started talking about tarot, which is the thing that I know. And I consider myself a witch as well. So I sprinkled a little bit of magic as well, wherever I could. Um, that never happened, but I kept my channel, and I kept going, especially when Benabel Wen and Anna Turian
Mm-hmm.
made a video together saying that they were going to start a project of uh, um, introducing new deck creators that
Okay.
still haven't been published. And I'm like, this is my moment. This is when I need to start my deck because then I can meet Benabel Wen and talk with Anatolian. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So
And
that was
when,
back in. I'm sorry.
no, no, go ahead.
That was back in around 2021,
Okay.
and that's when my deck started.
I would tell you that I started my tarot chat, which we're doing. And the year before, I had my goals, and one of my goals was to have somebody who was very prominent in the tarot world come on. And so the first person I asked, I was so nervous, was Lisa Papez. And she graciously said yes. And we had a wonderful conversation. And then that gave me the confidence to start asking other people. And so it's been a wonderful experience being able to meet different people at different stages of their tarot journey. Uh, because of, you know, we see them on screen, but we don't. I'm always interested in learning about people, so it's been nice getting to know a whole bunch of people that I've had on. Um, what kind of equipment do you use to record your videos?
Use my camera. I have a Canon. I have it right here.
Hmm.
It's a Canon X G7X.
Okay.
I don't know what that means exactly in the camera world, but it's a very good camera, and I have this little handy
Yes.
dandy viewfinder, and I just like hit record, and I can see myself there. It's just I have this. I have this. I'm ready. I have everything within reach. Um, and I just like prop up the camera, do the thing, um, and that's about it. I have the cable that connects it to my laptop, and I use iMovie in my Apple
You use what?
laptop, iMovie to edit
Oh,
the video.
oh yeah. I used iMovie for a long time, and then I ended up getting Final Cut Pro,
Oh, nice.
and I really like Final Cut Pro quite a bit. So, do you have a microphone, or do you use the one that's in the camera?
I use the one in the camera.
Okay, well, it's a good speaker then.
Yeah,
Wow, very cool. And
thank you.
how long does it take you to get to a point? Because you asked me this, so I'll answer it as well. But from sitting down, making the video, and then posting it.
A few hours. If
Okay.
I'm really into like dedicated, I know what I want to do. I execute it, and then I upload, edit. I mostly just take out the ums and ahs
Mm,
and any bloopers that I might have done or misspoken or whatever. I take out, and I sometimes do maybe speed up the video if it's an art video,
hmm.
and that then like rasterizing. No, um,
I know what you mean.
okay, okay. Just making the video into a video,
Yeah.
uh, and then uploading it. It's a few hours. Like I would say, like 5 hours. Let's say.
Yeah. Some people don't. I think people. It is a lot of work. Um, it takes me depending on how fast it goes will depend on its upload rendering. That's what you were coming up with.
Rendering, yes.
Yeah. Um, the upload process uh, is what dictates how fast or slow it goes. I just generally take one shot. Um, I'll get rid of any major errors that come on. Sometimes I leave them in because, I like to be authentic. I'm not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I don't do a lot of edits because I just go through and I'm done. And then I uploaded, add all the stuff that I need to add. This is the first year that I included an intro for my video, which was a big deal for me because I really wanted to do that.
That's awesome.
It does take a lot of work, the prep work, figuring out what I'm going to do, what decks I need to get, kind of figuring out an outline of what I want to say. And then I don't use notes usually, and then I just go for it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I like it to be very organic.
I like it too to be organic. I tried once or twice to have a script, it didn't sound right at all. It sounded like, "Hello, this is blah blah blah," and I didn't like it.
How do you decide what content you're going to do next?
It depends. When I was in the process of making the tarot deck, I did a lot of speed painting videos
Mm.
of the process, and I would do voiceovers while the speed painting was running. Um, Now that that is done, I am focusing more on tags. But the reality of the matter is that I haven't uploaded in a long time. I have to do the walkthrough of my own deck still, um, so I can present it to everybody. Um, and I want to share the process and the video that Anna Turian made for the Tarot of Echoes, because the Tarot
Yeah.
of Echoes doesn't have a book.
Yeah, I just saw it. I was looking at it like 5 days ago.
Hmm. So the Tarot of Echoes is just the deck, and she made the video to go along with a walkthrough and the explanation of each card. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking I want to do that um, with my deck as a beginning introduction to it, so the masses can see it and
That'd
decide
be
if they
great. Well, since we're talking about your deck, let's go there. What inspired you? So the inspiration to create a deck initially became, or the reason you did it was because you wanted to meet Anatorian and Benaba Win, or had you thought about it before?
I had thought of it before for a long time. I studied art. My bachelor's degree is in painting.
Okay.
So art has been part of my life for, as long as I can remember. And when tarot came into my life, it was like little art collections in a deck.
Yeah. I always say it's like going to a museum, because the images that people come up with are so creative and
Hmm.
so beautiful.
It fascinated me how you could like get have from this one source of inspiration, let's say the Rider-Waite-Smith, which is the main system that I use and did for my deck. It is um transformed into so many different iterations of itself, and then you just make up stories with a combination an endless combination of cards, of images, can make up different stories for different people. It's just fascinating to me.
It is fascinating. I will say that. And so from beginning, now, okay, so I think this would be a hard thing. Did you come up with a certain style of artwork you were considering of doing? Was it your own style that you just generally do? Okay. And how long did you start with the Fool and go chronologically, or you jumped around?
I started with the Fool and did the whole major arcana. Well, I lied. Okay, so I started with the Fool and did some of the major arcana, but I have it here. I have this like a show and tell. I
Okay.
started in a
That's beautiful.
thank you. This is a rendition of myself at the top of El Yunque, which is the national rainforest in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So I like this image, and I did around 14 paintings of the major arcana in
Huh?
this style, and I eventually got bored. I don't know, something about it didn't feel right,
Okay.
so I got bored with it, and I had started to paint a lot of like do I have any? No. Okay. Sorry. Um I started to use a lot of pen markers,
Okay.
paint markers. And then I fell in love with the medium, and that's where this began.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. It's an interesting pose.
Yeah. So you can see,
There's a big difference.
yeah.
The energy's different as well.
So it just transformed how I made art. I don't know how to describe it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You don't have to apologize. Absolutely fine. And so, how long did it take you to do all 78 decks or images?
The images themselves, it took me about 3 years
3 years. I don't think that's uncommon, to be honest. 3 years,
to
that is dedication.
to to because I started these images
Mm-hmm.
in 2022.
Okay.
I began these images in 2023, and there was a pause of a year where I restarted making the images in 2024, and then my roommate left for Puerto Rico to visit her family, and I was bored, and I'm like, I still have that tarot deck I need to finish. Let's do that. And that boredom took me through like 2 weeks of just dots and lines and color and just vibrancy. And I have a little notebook that is where I would do the sketches for each
Okay.
card.
Very nice.
So it's it's a whole process. The creative process, it's taken years.
Was there any
Um,
particular card that you found difficult to interpret into your own idea?
yes, I would say the emperor and the hierophant.
Okay, you found those the most challenging?
Yes,
What was that
I
about
was
them that you found challenging?
I was stuck on these for a while. These were the ones that I didn't make in the first iteration with watercolor.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of knew the feel that I wanted, but it was just I made them in a sort of Taino symbol at first. The empress, emperor, and the hierophant. I
Okay.
made them as the Taino are the people, the indigenous people that were in Puerto Rico when the Spaniards came.
Okay.
So I used some of the Taino symbols that were found in cave carvings, stone carvings,
Mm-hmm.
um, for those three cards, but they looked so different from everything else that I was making. I didn't like it.
Oh,
So I
really?
had to remake it.
Sorry about that.
No, don't worry.
I had my phone off.
It happens.
So, how influential was your heritage with creating these decks?
Very influential.
Okay.
It's like a key part of the image and um the ideation of the images.
Okay.
Being Puerto Rican is a huge part of me.
Yeah.
um and even though I'm in the diaspora right now, I'll always be Puerto Rican. uh
Yes. And I'll always be Mexican American.
so it's I wanted to have my culture in deck form, and I hadn't found it until the Secrets of Paradise Tarot.
Mm-hmm.
But that brings a lot of other Latin American cultures, and images from Cuba, from Uruguay, from Mexico, from different parts of Latin America.
Yeah.
And I was selfish. I wanted something for my island.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people that create decks because they don't see themselves in decks, so they decide to create them. So, that makes sense why you would create one for yourself. Can you show some images from your deck?
Yes.
No,
What do you want to see? The paintings or the cards?
the cards, the cards. People have an idea of what they look like in card form.
Yes. So this is the back,
And why do you choose those backs?
because this is the design that was the gates of my grandparents' house.
Oh, I love that.
And
Oh,
right now, choosing the blue background, it's like I'm inside the marquesina, inside the garage, looking out into the sky and seeing
oh,
the sky up
what
outside
that
my
is
house.
nice. That's a beautiful remembrance.
Yeah,
Love that.
thank you. So this is a fool,
Mm-hmm.
magician.
These are really beautiful. And I see that you don't have borders around like the shadowscapes, how you trimmed it, and then you have the style at the
Hmm.
bottom.
Hmm. I listen to the people. They don't want borders, so I
Yeah.
won't. I won't give borders to my deck.
I love that one. I love the color of blue uh, on that steer. Very nice. Are these your parents by chance?
No, this is my cousin and her wife,
Oh, love it.
and their daughter's name is Violeta, which means purple, and those are the purple flowers that are coming down.
Very nice. Very nice. That's
So a
pretty.
lot of the landscape and the elements and the images are based on events and um, just elements of my culture, of Puerto Rican history, my upbringing, etc. So yeah.
I think that will be very important to be able to incorporate in a guidebook or your video that you want to make, providing that historical background, that
Oh
personal
yes.
touch. Yeah.
That's why I haven't been able to like put this up for sale yet, because I'm still working on the guidebook.
Okay. Now, do you have the hermit card?
Yeah.
I missed it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's nice. I love the colors. The colors are great. I love your color choices.
Thank you.
Now, what about the Five of Pentacles? That's my favorite card.
I wanted to hear your opinion about that one, because it's one that's giving me a bit of a situation, because I won't say anything else. I just want to hear what you want, what you
Okay.
say.
Can you put it closer to the camera? Okay. One, two, three, four. Big city. All right. So tell me your reason by painting this image the way you have.
So the idea is that there is this person that is just walking the streets downtrodden, and just imagining, dreaming of a different life in a different city, the American dream,
Yeah.
that many in the 60s and the 50s, many Puerto Ricans were going to New York, were going
Mhm.
to the different parts of the states, to chase for a different life, for a
Yeah,
new
West Side
life.
Story comes to mind when you talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I can see the image in um now I could see how wanting something bigger for yourself can be very happy because you've been unable to attain it. So there's that struggle, but the American dream is the dream itself, that ideal of America and what you can become is the hope. So it works. I will say I would have to read the guidebook for me to glean that information.
Yeah.
But once you've explained it, I see it very clearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's one of the this is one of the cards that I've thought of remaking
Why?
because I don't see the Five of Pentacles outright
Okay.
here. I see the Five Pentacles, I see the different city, I see a different reality here, and the figure. But there is an element of, well,
I think if the only one way that by first, what I want to say is this is your deck. You should create the deck for you, not for other people. You know, and so if you really like this image, I would keep it and then just explain it in the guidebook. But if you're thinking I really want to, I think all you would need to do in the image is show this man having a difficult time in life. It could be that his clothes are disheveled or dirty or damaged or, holding a basket for some, change or something. But if this is your image, this is your image. Yeah. Yeah.
any
So,
other card that you want to see?
um, let's see the Ten of Pentacles.
I like that one.
And then I want to see the Two of Swords because you said that's one of your favorites. Oh, okay. Oh, is that you and your grandma?
Yes,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love that.
she's
That's
teaching me how to crochet.
that is so sweet. I love that you've incorporated your life in this. There was a tarot tag, and one of the tarot tags was what deck uh, that's not out there that you would like to be created. And I said, a tarot deck of my life. I would love
Aw.
a tarot deck of my life. And you here are kind of doing that. And I think
Hmm.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
And what about the Two of Swords?
Two of Swords.
Oh, those knives are very specific.
Those are machetes.
Yeah. Which are used quite a bit in your culture and my culture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anybody from the countryside needs to have their machete.
Yes, they do. Now, when you finish the guidebook, what's your plan on distributing and selling your deck? Or
Oh,
do you even plan to do that?
yes, I want to do that.
Okay.
I already heard people say, when you have it ready, let me know because I want it. And I
Okay.
want people to have it. By the way, I don't know if I already said the title of my deck, but
No,
it's
you haven't.
called, oh no. So my deck is called the Tarot del Encanto,
Okay, and what does that mean in English?
Tarot of Enchantment.
Oh, okay.
That
How'd
is
you come up with a
because
name?
Puerto Rico is la isla del encanto. It is
Which means
the island of enchantment.
ah, see, you're tying that. I love how you're tying everything, and you have to a personal touch for each card to even the deck. So that's very beautiful, and that's also in my mind. I see this as a legacy that you'll leave behind to your family, of friends and family that's very open and accepting to this, and to the tarot community. So I think that's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a long time coming, and it's like I want to leave my mark somehow, and this is one of the ways that I want to do it.
You should see if there's a museum or some art facility that will display your artwork on the tarot because it is so rooted in your background and with your
Yeah,
family. I think that
yeah,
would be
and
cool.
it's, I have a lot of paintings.
Yeah. Are you going to be selling those?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, very
I thought
personal.
about it. I thought about it. I thought about doing something similar to what Anna and Avalon did with the Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot.
Hmm.
That they had a special edition with a sketch that was the initial sketch of the card, uh,
Hmm.
a card with the deck. Um, but I don't know if I want to say goodbye to my paintings yet.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I mean, they're very
So,
personal.
yeah. So, but if somebody inquires about a painting, a specific painting, we can talk.
Okay. Now, do you have a timeline on when you would like to have this start selling?
I
If
haven't
you
done a
don't, that's
timeline.
okay. That's fine. But you know what? Let me know.
Yes,
And then what we can do is we can bring you back on to discuss, the deck again, go more in depth, um, and let people know where they can get it.
that would be great. Yes.
Do you use that your personal deck for personal readings? Okay.
I've been using it lately. I've been using it on the with the excuse me, the Lionheart's Season of the Witch Tarot Challenge in Instagram. Just to show off cards and like give little tidbits of meaning and like a taste of the deck.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a challenge because now it's been only 4 days that I've done the challenge and I want to use another deck. Um, but I need to show off this. This is my art, not
As-
not any other deck.
Aside from the deck you created, what's your
Mhm.
favorite deck?
I have many. I can't decide on a favorite of just one favorite, but
Okay, what are the ones that you like?
okay. Um, the Wild Unknown Tarot.
Okay.
I have the first edition. Um, and then the um, Into the Void, the Black Cat Tarot.
Okay. All right.
It's my
Now,
only cat tarot.
I'm sorry.
It's my only cat tarot.
Oh, people love cat tarots. I think there's one on Kickstarter that's really cute. Now, when it comes to decks, any out of print decks that you've been able to get that you've been wanting to get your hands on?
Yes, I've actually gotten them before they went out of print.
Oh, okay. Which ones?
Like the Kickstarter for the Mesquite Tarot.
Okay.
That's one I have. I have the Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot as well, the first edition.
Did you get that on Kickstarter?
Oh, I got it on pre-order.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
I,
I got it right here. I actually was able to get two of them. One is a
That's
backup.
amazing. I was part of the process of creating the tarot deck. I was there every Saturday with all bunch of people on a live stream, just in the chat, just shouting ideas. It was great.
Oh, awesome. That is a wonderful experience to be involved in. Now, did you see any of your ideas in any of the cards?
Yes,
Yeah, which one?
in the strength card,
Yeah, what was your idea?
the elephant and the snake were switched. So I was just
Um,
like, switch the elephant and the snake, put the snake down and the elephant up.
okay, very
That was
cool.
it.
Very cool. Well, that card has great meaning for you.
Hmm.
And have you ever had a deck where there was a card that kind of ruined the deck for you, so you decided not to buy it?
I don't think so. No.
What decks are on your unicorn list?
Well, unicorn decks are like the rarities, right?
Well, there are different definitions.
Okay.
So there, and really whatever definition you follow. So for me, decks that are out of print and extremely difficult to find, like the Spoiler Tarot,
Mm,
um, the Fairy Tale Tarot from Baba Studios, Bonestone and Earth, they come up still, but price wise, they're prohibitive for a lot of people.
mhm,
So people who say decks that are expensive would be a unicorn deck because they're just expensive. They'll never be able to get it unless they save money and it comes up. So it's any deck that you feel would be very challenging to get.
it's not a tarot deck, it's an oracle deck.
Okay.
It's the Road to Nowhere Oracle.
The Road to Nowhere Oracle. I don't know that one.
It's by Spirit Speak. I don't
Uh-huh.
know, I don't know her name, but it's a collage deck. I don't
Okay.
have any collage decks except for um the Muse Tarot. I
Mm-hmm.
got I got the Light Seers Tarot and the Muse Tarot together from the Kickstarter edition.
You got the Light Seers Tarot.
That was a pretty penny.
Let me tell you, there are people who are desperate for that deck. It rarely comes up. And so the fact that you have that's fabulous. I don't have that one. I,
I had I had to let it go because of economic reasons, but I
I
still
get
have the Muse Tarot, and I love the Muse Tarot. But it was and I still have it. I had two of the Light Seers Tarot because I have the mass market edition as well.
okay.
So
Okay.
I still have the deck. I just wanted
Indie.
the Kickstarter,
Yeah.
but I found myself not using the book, which is what I wanted it for, because the cards, there's only one card that's different, the Ten of Swords,
Yeah.
and it never came up. The Ten of Swords never came up for me.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, well, somebody else can love this deck as well. And I have this copy that I have memory with. So I'm gonna keep my mass market copy and let go of the indie version, and just keep keep it being reasonable like that.
Now, do you have a deck you thought you'd never get?
No,
Okay. That's good.
yeah,
So you've gotten everything. Do you journal when
I
you've
do, I do, um, but it's not pretty.
well, let me tell you. Don Michelle and some other creators make the most beautiful journals. I tried to do one. It was so sad. It was horrible. I even did a video on this horrible video. That's good.
It's a big journal, and it's just like this.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's just words
That's great.
and little drawings of cards and card spreads and all of that. And sure, I do doodles sometimes, but it's mostly just a record keeping thing.
Yeah, I do my record keeping on my readings on Instagram. So when I post, it's
Mm,
my reading for the day.
yeah.
And then I summarize it so it's a small reading instead of this big long uh, thing that I have. Do
Do you ever read for other people?
from time to time, not often. Um, doesn't matter if I read for other people or not. I mean, I'm not particularly go out wanting to read for people, but I think what if I did read more often for people, I think I would end up learning a lot more about the cards because I would be contemplating them and what they mean in the reading based on the cards next to it and on the question. And so I would probably gain a lot of knowledge by doing that. But
Hmm.
I'm not I do it from time to time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not my big thing. If you had to give a new tarot reader one deck and one book, what would you give them to start off with?
To start off with, I would say for the book, I would recommend Holistic Tarot
Okay.
by Annabelle Wen.
Yeah, I think that's the one. That's a good one. Yep.
It's a massive brick of a book. You pretty much have everything in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the deck, that it just depends on the person and what resonates with them.
Well,
Um,
this is you suggestion. I think
okay.
this would be a good beginner deck for you.
A good beginner deck, I would go with the Rider Waite Smith.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
too.
because
But I
it's a
would pick
basic.
one. I
It's
would
a
pick
big.
one that's really nice.
Yes. I there's a lot of clones of the Rider Waite Smith, so anything that resonates, the style can vary,
Yeah.
but the 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 system in particular would be Rider Waite Smith. Um, and yeah, the maybe the Weiser tarot since it's more like modern coloring. I don't know.
Okay. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, before we go, what does your practice look like? Your tarot practice?
It's very sporadic.
Mm-hmm.
I read when I want to.
Okay.
I read during the Sabbaths. Um, just recently I did a Mavon reading for the autumnal equinox, and that was nice. Um, and I do a lot of readings for my roommate
Oh, okay.
because she has a lot of questions, and I love to practice.
Okay.
Um, and every full moon, every new moon, I look up the different spread options that may be out there and just throw cards. And it's just, yeah, it's very organic at the moment.
Okay.
I don't journal a lot anymore, but it flows.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you
And
for having me.
anything that I didn't ask that you feel was important to share, you wanted to share?
You asked about the distribution of my tarot deck.
Yes, yes.
So I have been checking with a printer in China,
Mm-hmm.
but they and I have like the quality and the type of cardstock that interests me and all of that, the type of box and all of that. But they have a minimum of 500 decks
Mm-hmm.
to that you have to order to be
Right.
able to make place an order, and that's a lot. That's like $3,000, $4,000. I don't know. It's a lot. So my plan is to go through makeplayingcards.com.
Okay.
That's how I got my copy.
Okay.
I just need to figure out the design for a different box because this is the box that it came in and it's already been beaten up.
Yeah.
And I want it to last. Though a lot of people use bags, so
Yes.
I don't know. That and a PDF guidebook because if I'm doing it on makeplayingcards.com, it would have to ship to me and then I ship it to other people and then email them the guidebook and hopefully that will be enough.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for coming on. I really do. I love this conversation.
Thank you.
I will tell you, I am so touched by how much your culture, your personal life has been included in the deck. I just think that's marvelous. I really
Thank
do.
you.
Okay, everyone. Until next time, my name is Benny, and I'm the Fool's Apprentice. Bye, guys.